That was the hypothesis test we did the other day. Remember, there are 5 steps in hypothesis testing. You might want to remember the 5 steps. And the question can ask you to start from calculate the p-value. Let's see if we can get a 2-tailed hypothesis test. Well, this is 1-tailed. Well, we can do it. Anyway, to test HO, the mu is equal to 20 versus HI. Mu is less than 20. What kind of test is number 6? So left-tailed test. If X bar is 18.5 and standard deviation is 4.2, compute the test statistic. Remember what the test statistics is? By the way, we are using T distribution because they did not give us the population standard deviation. Therefore, the test statistic is T equal to X bar minus the mean all over. I hope you know that this is mu X bar, even though it doesn't make a lot of difference. Standard deviation over square root of sample size. All right, and then you plug in what you know, calculate the test statistics. So this is the 3rd step in hypothesis testing, but they ask you to do that first. So it doesn't matter. You have to know the 5 steps in hypothesis testing because any question can come first though. All right, so X bar is given to us as 18.5. The mean is given to us, the status quo is given to us as 20 divided by the standard deviation is 4.2 divided by square root of sample size, and the sample size is 19. And you can calculate it. So suppose you are in a hurry and you want to put it in your calculator, or you must need to know that you're doing a t-test. T-test. So I'm going to go to my calculator and so I'm going to go to my calculator and go to start. So I'm doing a t-test, which is number 2. T-hypothesis testing. All right, I have the data. What is the status quo? What is the status quo? The mean we're talking about is 20. The X bar is 18.5. 18.5. And the standard deviation of that data is 4.2. That's sample. That's why we're doing T. And the sample size is 19. All right, so I am going to do, they give me a left-tailed test. So I select left-tailed test. I told you I like to draw in hypothesis testing. So I'm going to draw. And by the way, looking at the question, the alpha, the probability of accepting the null hypothesis is, let's see what I think is 5% somewhere. Okay, let's pull it up. So this probability right here is 6.8% or 6.9%. In other words, p-value. Do you see the p-value? The p-value is 6.9%. All right, so let me see what the alpha is. What is alpha? Looking for it. It should be in question number C. Question C. I will find it sooner. Oh my goodness, this is just unable to establish secure connection. What? All right. Okay, let me look for that. P-value is 0.05. So 6.9 is greater than 5%. Therefore, accept the null hypothesis because the p-value is greater than alpha. And even if you use the standard method, the T critical value or the test statistics will be in the acceptance region. So p-value has already accepted the null hypothesis. And therefore, you can say that the status quo still holds. You do not have enough evidence to reject the null hypothesis. The status quo still holds. You do not have enough evidence to reject the null. And then once you make that decision, you can also start answering other questions will follow, provided you know that p-value must be greater than alpha for you to accept the null. Is that clear? For you to accept the null, p-value must be greater than alpha.